stick concept. Alright, so as you see, the stick concept, the way I run it, it works the best from any empty set. So I just chose the quickest one here, and then on defense, first show it against, we'll go 3-4 I cover 3 sky on D. Now what this does is it allows, as you see number 15, I have Brandon Marshall in the slot right now, and I'm going up against an all-star unit on defense, so I want you to see how well it actually works. But what happens is 15, Brandon Marshall, his fly route is going to be the primary key on this play. Of course, somebody get a little key. I picked this all-star defense so you can see, even against a well-run defense, how well it works. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to pull everybody out the middle of the field. And if they don't come out of the middle of the field, if they want to respect their zones, if they want to stay generic, we're going to exploit that by hitting Brandon Marshall on this go pattern immediately. Because this linebacker directly over him either has to guard the flats, has to guard hook zone, but he's going to vacate the spot he is currently in unless he is in man-to-man. So we'll go first against cover 3 look, which means he has hook zone. That should open Brandon Marshall up immediately because that linebacker has to move off of that line. So as you see, about 30 yards almost if he would have gotten to the end zone on that play. So, and you see the actual play again, the play art shows stick regular. Brandon Marshall has the hitch or the speed out depending on the defense. But we're going to take him again and we're going to put him on the go route. Then if you look backside, we have Baldwin and we have Vanette. That's a double slant. So for whatever reason, they come out in this look and then switch over to this linebacker. When he gets usered, after they get beat on defense, usually people will go ahead and lock up and they'll stay with that guy, with their user. So what we're going to do from that point is you look at your backside slants. Alright? So when that linebacker takes off, we have nothing but the open of the field, the middle of this field to work with. As you see, we got about 15 yards on that to give us an easy first down. So let's say we beat him with the slant, we beat him with that go route. He's like, you know what, forget this. I'm going to go on defense all man-to-man. I'm not going to let nobody, we matched up across the board on defense. I'm not letting nobody get open again. You're going to have to beat me straight up just like that. Well, now, if you notice this man-to-man, it usually takes a couple of, like a play to notice that they switched to man-to-man because it'll start to get a little obvious. Send Brandon Marshall on this slant, and what that's going to do is it's still going to force this linebacker out the middle of the field. So either Brandon Marshall's going to get open crossing the field, or Baldwin and Vanette will open up on this slant. So as you see, I'm gonna just pick Brandon Marshall on that one because he's gonna have an easy mismatch, and that's against, again, this is against an all-star defense. I shouldn't make it look this easy against an all-star defense. Now, right now, well, I want you to have another read that you watch. If I was to take my play and I flipped it, okay, this is something I've seen online where people will start to, okay, he's beating me on the inside, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to come out and we're going to base the line so that he can't beat us in the middle of the field no more. And this is what I will get a lot. People will say, okay, I'm going to base the line to make sure I do not get beat in the middle of the field. Well, now, when they base the line, you get beat by alignment. So if you look at Brandon Marshall again, he's on the fly route. Vanette is on the, if you look at Vanette to the left, number 2 receiver, he has a flat route. Nobody is near him. You also have Baldwin on the go route, so he's going to take that cornerback with him. What we're going to do is hike the ball, throw the ball. 7 to 8 yards, and I threw it late. We'll do it again. This is to the other side. Let the defense base align. Number 2 receiver, Brown, to the right. Should be wide open the second I hike this ball. 5 to 6 yards. We'll do it again. Defense want to come out. They go base align. Take back to Marshall. So I don't want to go. Another 5 to 6 yards. So now they're probably like, okay, let me go ahead and cover flags. Still take advantage of it. Something's gonna be open every single time. Let me know what you think, bro.